Ever wish you had more time in your day? I'm taking a challenge to add 40 hours to my year, a whole 40-hour work week using AI, automation, and productivity tools, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. My name is Dan Christensen, and this channel is Automating Dan. I also have my extra week newsletter that I started, and I'm doing all of this to try to complete this challenge of adding 40 hours to my year. I'm busy as a dad, as a husband, as a homeowner, as an employee, and it's just gotten to a point where I feel like I really need to hone in on some ways to be more productive and automate some things that I don't care as much about so I can spend more time on the things that matter more to me. And I've watched lots of videos and seen these people that honestly produce some great content about how you can be more productive and what their day-to-day looks like so that they are getting more things done, how they're delegating and automating different tasks, and it's great. But sometimes it just feels not very relatable. Often it's content from these people that have made a ton of money, or they're people that just don't have kids, or they're not married, or just they've got a lot of employees that help them with things. And again, it's not that their content is bad, it's helpful. It's stuff that I can use, can apply a little bit, but at the same time, it's hard to know, like, all right, if you're spending a whole day working on these things, I don't have a whole day. I got all kinds of other stuff that I need to do with my kids, my family, my house, my full-time job. And so I don't have the kind of time that some of these people that make other videos about how to save time have. But I don't want that to be an excuse for why I can't do this. And so I'm going to take on this challenge and try to add 40 hours to my year. Like I said, I'm a dad. I've got 2 young kids, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I love spending time with them. I do get to spend quite a bit of time with them, but I'd love to spend more, and I would love to be able to do that and not be having to worry about all these other things that I need to get done and really just be able to focus in on them. I have a beautiful wife. We've been married for over 8 years, and we just don't get to spend time like we used to. You know, since we've had kids and we're both working full time, it's hard to spend time together, and so I want to figure out how I can make more time for that this year. I'm a homeowner, which I'm very thankful for, and I understand that can be something that's tough for a lot of people. And so I'm not taking that for granted, but at the same time, it is a lot of work. There's a lot to do out in the yard. There's a lot to do in the house, cooking, cleaning, laundry, all that kind of stuff. It takes a lot of time. And so I need to figure out how I can get more time to make sure I'm doing these things that need to get done, but also maybe take it up a level. Sometimes I'd wish the house was a little bit cleaner. If I had more time to be able to focus on some of those things, I could probably make a house look a little bit better, make it feel more comfortable and better for our whole family. I also have a full-time job. I love my job. I work with a company that does consulting for college coaches. I do marketing. I do a lot of the behind-the-scenes operations, admin type stuff, and I love it. But there's a lot of parts of that job that just take a lot of time and are a little bit tedious, and I would really love to be able to spend more time doing some of the creative parts of that job and figuring out some more big picture ways to move things forward and progress the company. But I just don't have a lot of time for that because there are these tedious tasks that I have to do as part of that job. And, you know, selfishly, I would love to be able to spend some more time on some of my hobbies. I don't have a whole lot of time for that. I play fantasy football. It's a great way for me to connect with some friends from high school, friends from college. But I don't get to watch a whole lot of football. I play because it's on my phone. It makes it easy, but don't really get a whole lot of time to watch football. Or really any other sports for that matter. I grew up in Boston, so Celtics fan, Red Sox fan, Patriots fan. Just don't really get a whole lot of time to watch those games anymore. Would love to be able to do more of that. And so it's hard to balance all these roles, and I really need to figure out how I can do a better job of, eliminating or reducing or making more efficient some of these tasks that still need to get done. I can't ignore them, but they need to get done, and trying to figure out how to do that faster so that I can spend more time on what's more important to me, like the things I just mentioned, spending time with family, my own hobbies, some of the more fun, creative parts of my job, and so that's my goal. Now, there's all kinds of solutions. There's all kinds of things I could probably pay for. There's probably big softwares that have ways to plan different things and organize different things that I could spend money on to be able to use, or I could hire people to do some of these jobs that I don't necessarily want to be doing but have to get done. The problem is I don't have money for that. And so I am going to do this challenge in as low of a cost way as possible, trying to use a lot of free tools, use free trials of tools to see if they work or not, and just try not to do too many things that actually cost a lot of money that I'm actually going to have to invest money into. And I'm going to commit to sharing my journey with you guys. So right here on YouTube, like I said, I have an extra week newsletter that you can subscribe to that I'm going to be sharing weekly my progress. What am I doing? Is it actually saving me time? If it does, I'm going to explain how I do it so that you might be able to do it yourself if it's something that you want to try. I'm also going to share the bad. Maybe I wasted a lot of time trying to do something and it didn't really save me time. That's okay. I'll share that too. And what I'm going to do is keep track. I'm going to keep track of the things that I'm doing, how much time I'm spending on them, and then how much time they're saving me. And the net is what I'm trying to get to 40. So I'm not just trying to save myself 40 hours, but I'm going to spend 50 hours doing it. No, I want to spend 40 hours, net 40 hours of time by the end of the year. I'm excited. I'm excited to get going and really work on these things and just try out a lot of different tools. AI is moving fast, and I just want to be able to kind of figure out how I can do it, but do it in a way that's not overly complicated. I don't have that experience. I don't have a background in programming or anything like that. I'm trying to learn all these different things, gonna figure it out, but I'm not someone that has that background. And so I want to be able to see and show others how you can use AI, automation tools, different things that might be a little bit overwhelming, might feel like, oh, that's not for me. I'm not really quite smart enough or knowledgeable enough to do that. I'm not. And so I'm gonna show that you can do that and figure that out so that people can understand, hey, I can do this. I don't need to know how to, code or program or have years of experience working in tech to be able to make use of some of these tools and really impact my day-to-day. So subscribe here. I'll put links down below for my newsletter and my other social platforms. Follow along. I'm going to be sharing my journey and just try to do that for myself, do that for my family, my job, but also hopefully inspire some of you to take that step and try to learn some new things and try and figure out how you can save more time and have more time in your day, in your month, in your year to be able to spend on the things that you'd want to be spending time on. I'll have more videos coming out soon. Thanks for watching.